Fideism, Examining the Interplay Between Faith and Reason by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. Fideism, as a philosophical concept, occupies the intriguing territory where faith and reason intersect. Fideism refers to a philosophical stance that upholds faith as the primary source of knowledge and belief. It emphasizes the importance of religious faith and asserts that it should not be subjected to rational scrutiny or empirical evidence. Fideism rejects the idea that reason alone can lead to truth and instead advocates for a leap of faith as the means to understanding the divine and spiritual realms. To comprehend the essence of Fideism, we must delve into its historical framework. While elements of Fideism can be traced back to ancient times, its prominence in Western philosophical thought blossomed during the Enlightenment period, marked by skepticism towards traditional sources of knowledge. Fideism emerged as a reaction against the growing influence of reason and empirical evidence in shaping social values. Supporters of Fideism argued that reason alone is insufficient to comprehend complex spiritual matters and that faith provides a deeper insight into the mysteries of existence. By advocating for the recognition of faith alongside reason, Enlightenment supporters of Fideism such as Blaise Pascal (1623 to 1662) and Johann Georg Hamann (1730 to 1788) aim to bridge the gap between religious beliefs and intellectual enlightenment, encouraging a more holistic approach to understanding the complexities of human existence. Pascal emphasized the limitations of human reason and highlighted the importance of faith in matters that surpass our intellectual capacity. He asserted that reason alone cannot provide us with complete knowledge about the nature of God or the mysteries of existence. According to Pascal, faith is necessary to bridge the gap between the finite human mind and the infinite divine realm. By embracing Fideism, Pascal suggested that we can find solace and meaning in accepting certain truths beyond the reach of reason. While some may criticize this approach as irrational or anti-intellectual, Pascal's argument encourages us to recognize the significance of faith in shaping our understanding of the world and our place within it. Hamann argued that reason alone cannot fully comprehend or explain religious truths, as they are inherently mysterious and transcend human understanding. Instead, he advocated for a reliance on faith as the primary means of accessing religious knowledge and experiencing a personal connection with the divine. While some may criticize Hamann's rejection of reason in favor of faith, it is important to recognize that his perspective highlights the subjective and experiential aspects of religious belief, which can be deeply meaningful for individuals seeking spiritual fulfillment. At its core, Fideism asserts that faith transcends rationality and that it cannot be validated or invalidated by argument or evidence alone. Proponents of Fideism often emphasize the subjective and personal dimensions of religious belief, arguing that it is fundamentally grounded in an individual's religious experiences, emotions, and inner convictions. Faith, according to them, is a deeply intuitive and existential leap that cannot be fully apprehended by reason alone. Blavatsky's Theosophy and Fideism share some commonalities, but they also have distinct differences. Fideism, as a philosophical stance, emphasizes the importance of faith in religious or spiritual matters, often rejecting the need for rational justification or empirical evidence. Blavatsky's Theosophy, on the other hand, is a spiritual movement that seeks to promote a synthesis of Eastern and Western philosophies, incorporating elements of mysticism, esotericism, and occultism. While both Fideism and Blavatsky's Theosophy prioritise spiritual beliefs and experiences, Blavatskyan Theosophy places greater emphasis on the exploration of hidden knowledge and the pursuit of esoteric wisdom. Unlike Fideism, which tends to reject rationality and critical thinking, Blavatskyan Theosophy encourages a more integrative approach that incorporates both faith and reason in the search for truth. While Fideism presents a compelling perspective on the nature of faith, it has not been without criticism and academic scrutiny. For instance, its detractors argue that by divorcing faith from reason, Fideism may lead to intellectual stagnation and the acceptance of dogmatic beliefs without scrutiny or critical evaluation. They contend that such an approach undermines the pursuit of knowledge and the spirit of open dialogue that characterises rational discourse. Moreover, critics highlight the potential dangers of Fideism when it becomes rigid and absolutist, potentially promoting intolerance, exclusion, and the rejection of scientific advances. The tension between faith and reason, as exemplified by Fideism, has often been seen as a source of conflict and division, rather than a means of fostering mutual understanding and intellectual growth. In contemporary philosophical discourse, Fideism continues to fuel debates concerning the limits of rationality, the nature of religious belief, and the role of faith in shaping individual and collective identities. While the significance of reason and evidence-based thinking remains prominent, the acknowledgement of the subjective and emotional dimensions of human experience, including religious experiences, is gaining traction. Also, Fideism intersects with broader discussions on pluralism and religious tolerance. The recognition of diverse worldviews and the invitation to engage in respectful dialogue are seen as crucial elements in fostering social cohesion in an increasingly interconnected world. Fideism, with its emphasis on subjective faith, offers an avenue to explore these themes and encourages a nuanced understanding of faith in contemporary society. In conclusion, Fideism represents a philosophical framework that challenges the primacy of reason and posits faith as an autonomous domain irreducible to rational analysis. While it has faced criticism for potentially stifling intellectual enquiry and promoting dogmatism, Fideism continues to be a topic of interest in contemporary philosophical discourse. By carefully considering its historical context, key tenets, criticisms, and relevance in our complex world, we can gain valuable insights into the interplay between faith and reason, fostering a more inclusive and robust understanding of human belief systems.